Hi, it's Janet Clark here from The Freedom Shift, and I am happy to be here with you today on Janet Talks Business TV. So, I have a great question for you this week, right? Do you think that you stink at sales? Well, let's talk about that because if this is the way you are thinking, then it is time to shift that. And let me say that you are not alone. I belong to many mastermind groups and other Facebook groups with entrepreneurs, and many are coaches, healers, consultants, and they become very disillusioned very often and say and believe that they stink at sales. The truth is, I have been in sales my entire life, so you would think that I would be great at selling, right? And some people think that way, and when they start their business, they all of a sudden feel like they fall flat on their face. And that happened to me. And here's the fact. All through my career, I sold products, solutions, and services that really had no impact on changing people's lives. Really, selling a phone system or an internet T1 solution or a managed technical service wasn't going to have a life-changing impact on the decision maker. Now, of course, if they bought something that totally bombed and then they ended up losing their job because of that, well, that might be a little life-changing. But generally speaking, selling business to business was very different than what we're doing now. And here are the 3 ways that it's different. As I already mentioned, the first way is that the solution is not life-changing for the individual making the decision when you're selling business to business. Secondly, the person who is buying the solution is not purchasing it with their own hard-earned money, right? They are using the company's money. And third, the solution or the product or service that's being sold is created by and delivered by somebody else. So as a salesperson, I'm really the intermediary. I'm not the person delivering the service. So what happens then when we become a coach or a mentor, a business consultant, or a healer? Where all of a sudden we are playing a totally different game. Our prospects are now individuals who have a serious need to change their life or a serious desire to change their life, and they have to invest their own money into this change. And they also have to buy a service that is personally being delivered by you. So can you see the big difference? So now let's take a closer look at this from the prospect's point of view. First of all, they do have a pressing need to fix something in their life. And when they actually accept a call with you, it's because they really do want a solution. But there is a huge amount of fear and doubt that's getting in the way of them making a financial commitment or investment. And it has nothing to do with you. They have this thing going on within their own head where they're questioning if they're going to follow the program, if they're ready to make the commitment, if they're ready to put their money on the line to do what needs to be done to get themselves over the hump and to actually resolve whatever it is that they're trying to get a handle on. So do you see how this is really different? But what's happening to you now as the solution provider? Well, they're having this inner battle and you're starting to take it personally, right? You feel rejected and maybe like less capable and a little paranoid. So if you have this awesome weight loss program, say, for example, and someone isn't signing up for it, it's not because they don't believe that you can help them, or that they don't believe that your program works. It's that they are not 100% sure that they will work the program. And if, in my case, for example, right, I have a proven system that will help a client build their list, get their marketing programs implemented, and be able to sell to their list and get new clients. But when somebody doesn't sign up, is that because my program doesn't work? Of course not. It's because they don't either think it'll work for them because they aren't willing to do what it takes to make it work for them, or they're afraid to invest in themselves. So do you see the difference? And it's really important to understand that. So now, how do we fix it? Well, I'm going to give you tips over the next few weeks because I don't believe that you are going to be able to totally shift your mindset just through one video. But I do think that you can start having some little aha moments, and that you'll actually be able to change your behavior in such a way that these little shifts in your behavior are totally going to change the outcome that you have with your clients. So I also want you to understand that if you do things systematically and in small doses, it doesn't seem overwhelming or hard to do. So here's what I'm going to suggest that you do for 1 week. And then next week, I'm going to give you the next step. The first thing is to really beef up your listening skills and use the Stephen Covey concept that he talks about in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Seek first to understand and then to be understood. So I'm going to ask you to set up as many sales calls with prospects this week as you possibly can, and then to really work on your listening skills. Because I do not believe that selling is a one-shot deal. You either close it or you don't. Not in the type of work that we're all doing. So in this model that I've developed, which is called Selling from the Heart, I'm going to encourage you to really get this rapport going so that you get to know what's going on with these prospects and they get to trust you. And what you're going to find out from them when you get on the call with them is, what is it that they really want? What's the thing that they want to change? What have they done to change it in the past? And what's worked and what didn't work? And what are the big obstacles that are in the way for them right now? And I think it would be a really great idea to give them like 20 minutes to just talk. And the important thing is for you not to jump in with any solutions, not to do any kind of a pitch at all. Just use this particular call to really clarify what it is they want and what is in the way. And then after you've listened to them, tell them that you want to set up a follow-up appointment with them for the following week. And that what you're going to do is evaluate and think about and become creative with some solutions that you may be able to offer them. Don't give them any guarantees that you will come up with a solution for them, but just say that you want to experience everything again that they said to you and really think about it and craft a solution, and that you will come back to them next week. So it's okay to leave them hanging and just take this time to let them feel heard. Okay, so until next week, I am sending you lots of light and love. And as always, email me if you have any questions or you have a need to chat, janet@thefreedomshift.com. And I will be back with next week's tip. So happy selling. Bye-bye.